Oh, welcome to the... It's time for the Genshin Impact event that... almost over. Yeah, I really delayed it.
Add Ash.
Just a moment. Event. But not too much. Yeah, I can wait on that. I have pretty much no idea. Trailer is exactly the...
Huh? Why are all these people gathered around? Did something happen?
Testing time. Okay, let's see. Testing. Testing, does that work? Okay, yeah, I think that might work. Okay, cool. There. Recently had to reinstall Windows to upgrade a PC, so, you know. Still resetting up OBS and all that.
Let's go take a look.
I wonder how many characters are voiced this time.
How's it looking, Doc? Is there any hope for him?
Chill, bro. I'm thinking. This dude's Milray, right? What a little champ. Barely made a noise, despite all the pain he must be in. Did he fight in the war?
That's right. We'd never normally send such a young Dielittle into battle, but we couldn't stop him. Developed a real knack for sneaking past us and running off to the front line to fight the Abyss.
He's so pale.
He's a smart one, that's for sure. Might not be the strongest, but he ran rings around those abyssal monsters. We even awarded him a Warrior's Medal after the war ended. But then he took a turn for the worse a few days ago. He's been having fainting spells ever since.
Poor little guy. Already a battle-worn veteran, yet still so young.
He's like, you should have seen the other guys.
Hey, Katina, what's going on here?
Why needs to do more sucking?
Traveler, Paimon, a long time no see.
I will.
So
No
basically,
hesitation.
there's this young Dielittle in our tribe called Milray. We're not sure what's wrong with him, but he's been getting weaker and weaker by the day. Eva's taking a look at him. Nyan, who he grew up with, is here too. We're all really worried about him.
When my daughter got lost in the mountains, it was Milray who helped bring her back.
To think that he made it through the war, but now that peace has finally come.
Steady there, bro. We'll find a way.
Hey, it's that guy.
Ah, you're that Cuckoo-thesaurus from the vet clinic. Huh? What are you on about? So this Aoife you just mentioned, does it actually...
Hey, yo, everyone! Please chill. I think I've got this figured out. For a juvenile Saurian, he showed remarkable courage in the war, but he's too young to be using that much phlogiston. As a result, he developed a rare pathological change. The initial symptoms might not have been obvious, but he's gone untreated for so long that his condition is now very serious.
You mean he originally got sick during the war, but the symptoms only just started to show up now?
That's right. He may have just been acting tough this whole time. Didn't want his friends stressing out over him.
Hey, go see a doctor if you need to see a
Aoife,
doctor.
there must be something you
Life
can
lesson.
do, right? Please help him.
Something this rare? I don't have anything on hand that can treat it. Good news is that I read about a similar case back when I was still studying. The scroll mentioned 2 essential ingredients. First up, an herbaceous perennial known as an ocean zephyr. Though they can grow practically anywhere, they're exceedingly rare. Second, honestly, I couldn't figure it out back then either. The name recorded was Sacred Flame Crystal, but there wasn't much else to go on beyond that.
A rock.
Sacred flame? Like the one burning in the stadium?
When Mualani and I took part in the pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame, we collected loads of contending sparks during the team stage. Apparently, they're sparks from the Sacred Flame itself. They even make you feel all warm and fuzzy while you carry them. Do you think these crystals might be something similar?
For the
No,
name,
that's stupid.
I'd say we're looking for a rarer, purer form of Sacred Flame.
You sure there's even such a thing? We've been in Natlan for ages now, but we've never come across anything like that.
So it would seem, as it happens.
Huh?
For real, Uncle Pakal?
It's a coincidence that I've even heard of it. Apparently, the people of Natlan knew how to make a special kind of sacred flame crystal way back when. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but the other chiefs might know something. I'll go ask them. Thank you, Aoife. Your diagnosis was a huge help. Mind if I keep you a little longer?
Sure thing, dude. I'll stick around until we've got some results.
Great. In that case, let's go our separate ways for now.
He is
Milray
tall.
needs some proper rest, and he's not going to get that with so many people gathered around. I'll let you all know as soon as there's any news. Fingers crossed, he'll soon be on the mend.
Not the mend. Not the cantrip. Actually, I want focus mode. Hooray, I can actually use it this time.
What up, my dudes?
Hello. Your rep precedes you, bro. Spect.
Man, I could tell we're totally on the same wavelength. The name's Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather Clan. This here's my assistant, Kakuku. Dude's all about copying what others say.
Where?
The Traveler in Paimon, yeah? Everyone's heard all about you two. You're absolute legends.
Oh,
The
am I?
total package. Brave, wise, and strong. Best hero duo I've ever seen. No contest.
Aww, you're making Paimon blush.
Truth is, I spent the war treating wounded Saurians. Never got a chance to fight alongside you.
So many soaring lives. That's an amazing contribution too.
Yo, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
There was always a long line outside Aoife's clinic back then. Even Kakuku was so busy, he was running around like a headless chicken.
Seriously, seriously.
So they have chickens in this world.
True that. More wounded were piling up by the day. Dude, the Abyss is no joke. Sneaky enough to hit us right where it hurts. Lots of docs have dropped at their posts over the last few years. There's some fresh talent rolling in recently. I'm hoping they could step up quick. But vet med's no joke. There's a ton of challenges to overcome before you could be a qualified vet.
Yeah, I gotta go to like doctor school and shit.
No
Or
matter
learning
how
about
hard you hit the
animals.
books, you're still gonna run into all kinds of weird diseases that are hard to treat. Like Milray's. So rare it doesn't even have a name. If my old man hadn't forced me to read all kinds of different stuff when I was a kid, I'd probably only be able to suggest a more conservative treatment. It's true what they say, bro. There's always more to learn.
Oh, so your dad was a vet too?
And there's
Yeah,
the pyro
totally.
aspect.
Our family's medical knowledge has been passed down over generations. My old man started steering me toward being a vet when I was a kid, schooling me on all kinds of herbs. And man, if I forgot anything, out came the broom. My family's been vets for generations now. No clue who it was that kicked off the tradition, though, you know? Back when I was a kid, my dad said something about our skills being medicine born of guilt. But the reason we got into it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it's useful.
Guilt? Sounds pretty strange to Paimon. Usually you only feel guilty when you've done something wrong.
Who knows? After he passed, there wasn't anybody else I could ask. I figure it's because guilt gnaws at anyone practicing medicine. When you fail to fix someone up, I've been there. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen this time. I don't recall ever seeing a record of any patient with his malady who was successfully cured. So maybe Milray will be the first.
Like rabies.
Heck yeah, I do.
Talk for a while longer.
Oh? Looks like the Chiefs are back. Let's go see what they have to say.
Big boy's here. I'm in a real hurry, you see.
The last time I was here, I remember seeing him happily rolling around with Io. This is so sudden.
Well, as the saying goes, illness strikes like a landslide. It's not uncommon for people and Saurians to just collapse overnight.
Given that he first fell sick during the war, he's done well to make it this far.
Because I hate that
little
chief.
guy. Are you okay? Does it hurt?
For one so young to risk life and limb on the field of battle. This too is a responsibility we adults must bear.
He's cool though.
Whoa! All 6 tribal chiefs in one place? Not something you see every day.
It's true that we used to hardly ever meet up like this. The affairs of our own tribes were usually enough to keep us all swamped.
You know, I think all the chiefs are cool except for
These
Flower
days,
Feather.
though,
That guy
group
looks like a freaking
dinners on our
nerd.
days off have practically become the routine, so don't look too surprised.
Group dinners? More like group mooching. You guys always seem to end up at my place. So shameless.
Well, your cooking is too good to resist. You've seen how hopeless the rest of us are in that regard. Anyway, let's get down to business.
Aoife, we've been informed about the situation. Once again, it's a good thing you were here to help out. Milray and the other Tepetlosaurs have helped transport goods for the Flower Feather clan in the past. We won't just stand by and watch while he suffers.
I just happened to come across a record of a case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred flame crystal.
I haven't heard of it either. Can the sacred flame even take other forms?
I mean, why not?
Can indeed. While I've never seen this happen in the flesh, I have read references to it in woven scrolls. In ancient Natlan, besides the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, there is said to have been another way to produce sacred flame, known as the Bloomflower Trials.
The Olympics.
It was a combat exercise, held jointly by the 6 tribes, that was even more intense than the pilgrimage. So they occasionally yielded an even purer form of sacred flame.
Sacred flame crystals!
For real? How have I never heard of that?
Also, you'd think they would have used that in the war.
Simple. The Bloomflower Trials haven't been held for centuries.
There are reasons.
Something seems to have happened the last time they were held. But it was so long ago that I don't know the specifics. The more reasonable explanation
Let's
is
ask
this.
Sea Lolly.
That people once believed these sacred flame crystals to be vessels of extraordinary power, and that warriors could use them to enhance their own strength.
Drugs got it.
In reality, they turned out to be far less miraculous than hoped for. In some rare, very specific circumstances, they proved irreplaceable, but they were not so different from the regular sacred flame in essence. The pilgrimage produced enough sacred flame, making the Bloomflower Trials obsolete, and thus they were forgotten.
Ah, I get it. So to save Milray, we have to revive the Bloomflower Trials and get all 6 tribes to take part. Ooh, that sounds rough.
I'd say we'd be better off not treating it like some kind of hassle. All 6 tribes need to take part, sure, but not everyone has to show up. We can keep it voluntary, so warriors who happen to have time can sign up and fight it out of their own accord. Since the war ended, the pilgrimage has become more like a tournament for our warriors to compete in and keep themselves in shape. So why not let them hone their skills on a fresh new stage?
We should never drop our guard completely, even in times of peace. But like that, it seems high time we restarted the Bloomflower trials.
I'm with you on that. Nothing gets the blood pumping like a contest
I'm the reason I
to
hate
see
that
which
guy.
tribe's the strongest, huh?
Doesn't even look
No
aerodynamic.
objections on my part.
Chief of the people who fly around all day.
I'm sure there will be plenty of warriors who'll be itching to take part. I can't
He's got
speak
so
for
much
everyone
fucking
else,
drag.
but I can guarantee that Mulani will be there. There's nothing she loves more than a lively occasion.
And I guess your vote was a foregone conclusion, eh, Pakal? Great. We're all in agreement then.
Nice!
Thanks, everyone. It really means a lot.
Let's head back to our tribes and see how many people are willing to sign up. If interest is high, we'll hold a big event. But if not, we'll keep it small.
Agreed. Rules will be crucial too. A competition without rules is just mindless violence. And that's not what we want.
I'll draw up an outline.
Well, of course, there has to be
Let's
rules.
meet
It's a
up at the
freaking
speaker's
tournament.
chamber later.
Nerd.
After all, we'll still need the Pyro Archon's final approval.
Oh yeah, and we'll also need some Ocean Zephyrs to cure Milray. Who'll go gather them while we're organizing the trials?
I've got that covered.
Never
I
mind.
just noticed that some of Milray's friends have shown up.
You mean these Saurians? You're right. There's all sorts.
Chunkosaurus floating.
Seems
there.
like he's quite the popular little fella. Huh.
Kakuku, can you hit them up and ask if they'd be down to lend a claw?
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Must be nice having a Saurian companion who can talk.
Well, if that's everything, how about we call it a day?
All right. See you later. Aoife, let's head back. And bring these Saurians along too. We've got to teach them how to identify ocean zephyrs.
See ya, little guy. We'll come visit you again soon.
Need special plants, a crystal, and then
Whoa! They sure are quick on their feet. Guess they're
question
chiefs
though.
for
There's
a
no
reason.
recorded
When they
case of
decide
it
on
ever being
something, it
cured.
gets done right away.
Why is there legend of a cure? Well, let's sleep on it type. Or we Paimon.
But that's what you're here for, right? Whenever Paimon puts things off, even for just a while, you'll handle them straight away. Oh, wow. Go away, bro.
Even Kakuku's done with this conversation.
I'll go spread the word. Kachina, you gonna sign up?
Of course.
In that case, let's head over together.
Try not to get
Traveler,
curb stomped,
Paimon,
little granny.
see you at the speaker's chamber in a bit.
So far, so good. At this rate, Milray will be better in no time. Aw, you're awake. Wanna try getting a bit more sleep?
Like, he has something to say.
You think so? Is he feeling
Someone's
hungry
gonna-
then? Hey, Kakuku, can you help us Oh, long gone. Oh no, he does seem pretty anxious. What are you trying to say, little guy?
Korean companion. That's easy. Hey, Milray. What up? I'm a big boy now. Rawr, cough, cough. Hey, Milray, do you want something to eat? Or want to eat something? Why don't I go pick you some fruit? Looking after me, not yet. Be fine. Hello, Milray and Nyron. Oh, who are you? I'm seeing around here, boy. Have you gone to visit Milray too? Yeah, I was want to tell you. You have nothing to worry about, okay? Ice humans have found a way to cure you. Won't be long before they've gathered enough ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals, so hang in there. You'll be on the main soon. Your flame crystals. Okay. Exactly what I'm worried about. Nice humans have no idea how dangerous sacred flame crystals are. Dangerous? Very dangerous. They can beguile human hearts, turns friends into enemies. The humans must be very careful. Fucking dies. Girl say something else, soon falls unconscious once more. Human hearts, you should mention anything about that before. There'd be an unknown risk associated with using sacred crystals. They're the One Ring. More importantly, even the chiefs know nothing about this despite all the knowledge they possess. And where did Milray and Nyan come to hear of it? Nyan, who told you guys sacred flame crystals were dangerous? It was Kukasaur we met while fighting those big monsters. He was the one who told us. Remember how our friends were all running around in a panic the first time Milray panicked? Now this disease, not again. On ocean's efforts to save flame crystals. Sacred flame crystals can beguile human hearts, turn friends into enemies. What should I do? Where did the Kukasaur find out, man? Yeah, haven't said things we couldn't understand. Apart from us, no other little saurians wanted to play with him. As far as I could tell, he didn't have any human companions either. Is this the priest? And I'm sure he wouldn't have lied to us. He's saved us many times. We're very close friends. I really, really hope that Milray recovers soon. But if sacred flame crystals genuinely are that dangerous, I don't think that's the way he would want to be saved. Alright, I'm here to help. I'll remind the humans to be careful. In the meantime, you take good care of Milray, right? Make sure he doesn't worry too much and gets lots of rest. You do that for him? Thank you so much. They're more mysterious by the minute. While we can the 6 chiefs present, I'm sure everything will be alright. Still, better find a chance to talk to Mawik about it. And I go straight there. Slam my head right into the door. Horn stuck deep inside. And then kick the door to knock it.
I've read through your proposal, and it sounds like a great idea.
Correct.
Even if it wasn't for Milray's situation, there'd be many reasons to start holding the Bloomflower trials again. How many warriors have been signing up?
2.
Far more than we anticipated.
Our warriors sure are fired up. The ones who came late even held a protest outside the sign-up booth. So we had to make an exception by adding a few more spots.
So many people have signed up that we've had to divide the competition up into main matches and exhibition matches. Each main match will pit 2 different tribes against one another, while the exhibition matches will see 3 tribes going up against another 3. I'm planning to limit the number of spots
Big
in the
team
exhibition
battle.
matches. Accidents are more likely in tangled melees, so with fewer contestants, we can ensure that any injuries will be attended to promptly.
Well, you've clearly
Don't worry, I
thought
got
this
Barbara
through
on
with
the,
care.
Barbara on the other line.
You have my approval. And don't worry, I'll find a way to fund it.
Thank you, Archon.
Oh, where will the trials be held? I'll stop by later to see how things are going. But I won't be taking part. Wouldn't want to spoil everyone else's fun.
The main venue will be near the Stadium of the Sacred
of course you're not
Flame,
taking part.
with additional
Well,
arenas
how conclusive
set up
you
around
were.
the various tribes.
You blew up a giant
All
fucking
right,
dragon.
I'm all out of questions. Keep at it, everyone, and thanks for your hard work.
In that case, we'll be off. It's time we started organizing crews to set up the venues.
Traveler, Paimon. Good luck.
Won't need it, but thanks.
Huh?
Unless he means on my
Good
next,
luck with
on my next, like,
what exactly?
Hey, it's been a while, you two. Are you here about the Bloomflower trials too?
Yep, we sure are. Sounds like everything's going to plan.
Bloomflower trials. The name alone fills me with nostalgia. I first heard about it from my dad, who first heard about it from his dad, my old grandpa.
Guess that means they were last held at least 500 years ago? Wait a sec. No, it must have been much earlier than that, then.
I'm on you really slow.
Whoa. When you put it like that, it does feel kind of surreal that we're doing something that hasn't been done in such a long time.
True, but I've got a good feeling about this. We'll pull it off, rest assured.
I definitely want you to pull something off. The crystal making, that is. In case anyone's confused.
What makes you ask?
Heard rumors of it being tempting.
I've never heard such a rumor before. And rationally speaking, it just doesn't even seem possible. The rules governing the Oda resurrection have protected Natlan for many long years, and these rules are themselves fueled by the Sacred Flame's power. We've been working with the Sacred Flame all this time, and we've never noticed anything unusual about it. In essence, Sacred Flame crystals are just another form of the Sacred Flame. I can't imagine how they could possibly beguile human hearts.
True. But what if?
So please, be at ease. And besides, even if they did harbor some kind of evil power, it will not cause any real trouble in the Natlan we now live in. Not if I have anything to say about it. Our main priority right now is to hold the Bloomflower trials so we can collect enough Sacred Flame crystals to heal that little Tapetlosaurus.
It's so reassuring to have you on our side, Moika.
Well, there are some things even I can't handle. For example, it just came to my attention that you've got some people waiting for you outside.
Huh? Who could they be?
Then we turn around
You'll
and
find
Malika's
out
gone.
soon enough. Go on now. Don't keep them waiting.
I imagine they all happen to be vision wielders.
Running late again.
Slam. Come on, and slam. And welcome to opening the door with your head.
Finally, you're here!
Jaska.
That traveler, Paimon. So, basically... hold up, what happened to first come, first served? What I'm saying is, I get to go first.
But Yanson's the fastest.
What's going on? Why is everyone turned up all of a sudden?
So... So, you know about the Bloomflower trials, right? I mean,
All the
we're
heroes
wondering,
minus
have you
Shiloh.
decided which tribe you'll join?
She
If
substituted
not, how
on
about
the
the people
little
of the Springs?
What? We're allowed to take part too?
Given that the trials haven't been held in so long, we're creating a new set of rules for them, separate from the ones for the pilgrimage.
All of the chiefs
Yeah,
have
let's do some new
agreed,
voice.
but whether or not you compete or which tribe you support, well, that's completely up to you.
By the way, Kanish has a new voice.
As the hero who saved Natlan,
For like
your
half his
participation
lines.
would be a huge morale boost for whoever you choose to join. In other words, recruiting you is every tribe's top priority right now.
Oh, so that's what's going on. No wonder Chief Akatl wished us good luck just now. He must have known this was coming.
And that's all for the chit-chat. I hope you're ready for some serious incentives. How do you like the sound of luxury hot spring vouchers? I'll even throw in a selection of fine gifts from the shop.
Luxury hot springs? Sounds like Paimon's perfect vacation.
If you join the Scions of the Canopy, we'll hold a great barbecue in your honor. The finest quality meat, all you can eat.
Dibs.
And if you join right away, you'll even stand a chance of being taken on as a sidekick of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula!
No dibs.
Yeah, no one wants that.
You little... Ah!
Looks like a How is blasting off again.
Join up with the Collective of Plenty, and I'll provide a year's worth of training sessions and a personalized nutrition plan to help you become stronger than you already are.
Artifacts, please.
Paimon's not too keen on training, but getting stronger does sound tempting.
All I've got to offer are freshly picked vegetables, but I can guarantee they're really tasty.
So far, no one's beating barbecue.
Could Paimon get some samples?
Fancy some flying lessons? Or you could just hitch a ride. I'll take you soaring through the skies myself.
Deal.
Well, flying's kinda what Paimon does for a living. But flying around with the Traveler sounds like it could be a lot of fun too.
I can bake Saurus crackers and green fruit chips.
Oh, Paimon loves those too! Oh, this is such a tough choice. Not just 'cause the freebies are tempting, but also because picking one tribe feels like we're betraying all the others. You know what? Paimon's decided to leave this one to you.
How about I join all of them? Tumaini belongs to all of Natlan after all.
Paimon's pretty sure that isn't an option.
Actually says right here, clause number 78.
It's not a bad idea. It could work for the exhibition matches at least. There'd be 3 tribes on one side versus 3 on the other for those. So, first half you're on our side, second half on theirs. Sounds fair enough, right?
Huh. Hadn't thought of that. Pretty clever.
What? Really?
I just swapped teams halfway through.
As for those perks you mentioned earlier...
All of them.
Don't worry, my offer still stands. Enjoying ourselves is the #1 priority here.
So it's settled then? For the first half of the exhibition match, you'll fight alongside us Scions of the Canopy, People of the Springs, and the Children of Echoes against the other 3 tribes.
Feels just like the old days when we used to fight side by side. We're gonna be unstoppable!
As though no one fights side by side anymore.
Let's get ready and head over there together.
Little baby. Alright, what are the trials? Well, may as well get the Zephyrs. That is what's needed, right? And it is slightly closer. So yeah, sounds like a plan. Also, my Varesa, not quite the best yet. Not even 2k attack. And definitely a good crit ratio, absolutely. Plus, I still haven't even found a good hat for the set or cup. Need one or the other. Oh, my head's in the way. Here we go. And I'll be a little down here for the rest. Yeah, they're all deaf percent.
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it. So, wanna train with me sometime? Hurry up, Varesa!
You there! I don't know why he wouldn't let me sprint more, but yeah, whatever. What does this look like? Little furry Power Rangers right here. Any Super Sentai Saurians up in here. Welcome to the Soaring Expedition Supply Station. Saurians here. I'm gonna look out for Ocean Zephyrs. Time and tide wait for no man. The Ocean Zephyr picking squad's already left. Well, these youngins want to help, no matter how hard Mr. Aoife and Mr. Kakuku try to teach them. They don't quite get what an Ocean Zephyr is. Just bring them one. To honor their enthusiasm, Mr. Aoife let them join the expedition. All what counts as an expedition was left up to them. Whether it's yummy green fruit or shiny trinkets, they can collect whatever they want. All that matters is that they get back safely. Paimon gets it. Well, they sure look happy. These safe little ones, the outside world's full of bad guys. Waroo. You're here to guide the little saurians along on their expedition. If you're interested, you can come check it out. Kinda sounds like it's not main quest. Sounds like this is a minigame. So I'm just going to get rid of the exclamation point there. There we go. Is this right here next to the stadium, sort of? Get a good. No, I'm gonna clear this area out a little bit.
Light it up.
Yeah, that's right. I can walk on water right over to you. Punks.
Shine down. Let's ride.
Pull up a good fight.
Well, shit, they're all dead. That guy took a little longer than most to die. He was holding on for dear life, like, no, no, not like this! Start competition. Did they even build a ring yet?
Alright, so this is our base. According to the rules, all we have to do is capture 3 of their bases in a row.
Wait, this is our base. Did I just kill our teammates? Of course, it's the first 3 tribes or second 3 tribes. Of course. Over gameplay.
The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, needs only lift to claw, and poof! All that you behold shall be turned to ashes.
Mess up our match, and I'll lock you up till it's all over.
PTSD intensifies.
We're a real dream team. Let's just charge right in.
We know each other pretty well, so working together should be a breeze. Still, let's not get careless. There are a lot of cliffs nearby, so our vision will be obscured. They could ambush us from the high ground too.
In that case,
High ground
let's
points
follow
at
the water
Celestia.
instead.
Yeah, okay, Kanish.
See that flag over there? That's the Collective of Plenty's base, right? We'll approach swiftly on the water, sweep in and capture the base, then move up to the high ground.
I like the way you think.
I trust your judgment too, Lualani.
They would know it hit them. Got you completely off guard.
All right then. Time
But
for
that
me
should
and my
be exactly
sharpie
what they
surfboard to
expect.
strut our stuff. I'll
Lualani.
take point. Everyone follow
Rush them
me.
and send in the nuke. Kanish, bloom the nuke. Kachina, Giga Drill whoever's left. Well, it kind of looks like that's what I'm doing anyway, so.
Here by the water route, just as expected. Classic people of the Springs thinking. Huh? They saw through our plan?
Yeah, it was
No
super
choice but to
obvious.
face them head on now.
That's why I said just rush in and throw the nuke.
All right then. Time for a real showdown. You're going down.
Show me your courage.
At least I have pyro, so I can react with stuff. Oh, there's NPCs I gotta help.
Hey, no flashing. Give it everything you've got. Not a bad training session. Let's call it a day.
Can I get blue drops, please?
At this rate, we'll be invincible!
Don't count your Yumka swords yet. Let's head over to the next spot.
Wait a sec. Don't forget to plant our flag before we leave. This is proof of our victory.
Weird ass cliff over there. Oh, spiky. Oh, it's supposed to climb up there. That's
that?
why it's a weird cliff.
Up above the cliffs? That's the Masters of the Night Wind's base.
The nearby mountainsides have all been blocked off by crystal clusters. Looks like they don't want us getting up there so easily. Don't.
You're finally here, other
A little
Granny.
slow.
If I'm back home too late, my vegetables will get thirsty.
They'll just swap me
Don't
really
worry,
quick.
we'll make this quick for you.
Here comes another.
There. Wait, hold on. I have C6 Traveler. I'm supposed to have Pyro infused. Oh. Supposed to have Pyro infused basic attacks on my ease up. What is this? Get Giga drilled.
All ice on you!
Oh, I can't throw her off. Why though?
Is that all you have?
All ice on you!
Target acquired.
I said Q.
All ice on you! All ice on you! My weight!
Chances are looking slim.
In vain.
Perhaps it's time I got going.
Weird how they didn't all group up like we did.
All right! We've taken the Masters of the Night Wind's base too!
Look! Up there in the mountain! The flag of the Flower Feather Clan!
Wow! Looks like they're already on high alert.
Yeah. Not only do they have the high ground, but they're highly mobile too. With our current forces,
They should
a
be
frontal
attacking us the
assault
whole
won't
time.
be easy.
Hitting us for
Looks like
air
I
raids the
showed up
entire
right
way.
on cue, huh?
Yay! You're here too, Shilonen.
You mentioned reinforcements.
Let's save this small talk for when the flag's in the bag.
Now that backup's arrived, let's split up into 2 teams.
I'll lead a frontal assault to draw their fire. The rest of you find another route up and strike directly at the
Well,
heart
there
of
are
the base.
6 of us, and Chaska has 6 bullets.
I can taste our victory already.
So we're doomed. You gross, he doesn't even have a special glider on. Disgusting. What do you mean not allowed it?
Hold up. That's where Shilonen's headed. Let's find another way.
Why am I not allowed in? I didn't know they had force field technology in the Flower Feather Clan. Not allowed that way either.
Hold up. That's where Shilonen's headed. Let's find another way.
Another way. If you say that one more time, Paimon, I swear.
Right here.
There, if I climb this little rock.
Okay,
I'm
let's
gonna get
stop
on that.
around here. We can use grappling hooks to climb up to the top.
Alright.
Okay.
He's on 4 instead of 3, like I... Just slam down and immediately crush someone. Pincer attack, go! You can only shoot 6 of us.
Well, would you look at that? You managed to find a gap in our defenses somehow.
Wide open.
But this is just the beginning. So stay on your feet. If you can.
We're not gonna lose!
Well said. Let's do this.
Let's have ourselves some fun!
That was unnecessary. He already said, let's do this.
Watch out!
Let's try to get singed.
Mind to command!
Virgin!
Still got plenty of victories left with your names on it. All right. How about we call it a day?
Yeah, I call it a victory, actually. Believe it or not. Touch the flag.
Does that mean we've won?
Well, actually, we lost all 3 of our bases, because Chas could just fly there.
Told
and
you
left
we'd
them
be
unguarded.
unstoppable.
So...
Well, that was pretty exhilarating, even as battles go.
Oh, you can say that again. I was still fighting off Cuckoosaur riders halfway up the mountainside when I'd heard you already taken the base. That was well played.
Thanks for covering us. We would have made it to the base. We definitely could have.
The going would have been way tougher if we had fought our way up.
How about the sacred flame crystals? Did anyone manage to get their hands on some?
I found a few shards, but they were only about as big as grain fruit chips. I gave them to the marshals from the Masters of the Nightwind on our way back.
Yes, and they gave them to me.
Gracie Lolly! Are you here to take part in the Bloomflower trials too?
I devised the techniques for the main matches, so of course I would show up. Those marshals handed the sacred flame crystals over as soon as they saw me. I
It's a
did a quick
rock.
tally. At this rate, we should have enough by the event's end.
That's awesome!
You can see the only didn't notice anything strange about Sacred Flame Crystals. Am I just overthinking this?
Well, since everything's gone so smoothly, why don't we hit the hot springs tonight?
Dibs.
Oh, I am all for it. There's nothing like letting our hair down after a hard day's work. Ooh, and good food and drink wouldn't go down badly either.
How about we head over there together? You can all hitch a ride on Turbo Twirly.
Ugh, sorry,
we
but
can
I
all
need to
fit on
head
that.
back to the workshop to finish up some forging
There's like
commissions
7
first.
or 8 of us.
Let's meet at the People of the Springs later this evening.
And Paimon.
I need to help at the shop anyway, so I'll pick up some snacks there. See you all tonight!
I might be a bit late. If you're all there earlier, feel free to start without me.
Great! Paimon can't wait!
Uh-huh. Sure. In that case, I guess I'll be off too. See you tonight.
Rejected. Like, everybody want to hang out? And every single hero's like, nah, got better things to do. And she's like, oh, okay. Random Fontaine in the background.
Guys! You're the last ones left! Come on, I'll take you to get changed. You remember where the changing rooms are, right? I'm pretty sure I showed you last time. Time sure flies. Oh, sorry. Let's save the reminiscing for later. Let's go!
Get changed in a familiar spot.
Woohoo! Let's get this party started!
This is the life. Hear this, Hot Spring. I
Niche, where's your
hereby
bathing
bestow
suit?
upon you the name of the Almighty Dragon Lord. All the fatigue just floats away. If only we could do this every day.
Fatigue, Paimon, you don't do anything.
I'm not a huge fan of being in the water. This right here is more my kind of spot.
And last but not least, surf, turf, and perch.
That smells amazing. Oh, hold your horses. There's a time for fun and games, and it's now when there's delicious food already on the table. Oh, wait for Paimon! Take that!
Oh, hey, there, he does have a bathing suit.
Bow before my greatness.
Hey, watch it, how! You're splashing water everywhere!
This is so tasty. Traveler, you gotta try it.
Kachina, Tevat to
Slowly
Kachina.
passed out.
I
Oh,
made
there we go.
Saurus crackers. Come have some.
This delete a how.
I'll be right there.
Hold on. Get there.
You, sirless! Unhand me! Let me go!
Get wrecked.
Whew. Thanks for sticking around to help me clean up.
No problem at all. We had a blast.
Parties are always extra lively when
Blast.
you guys are here. It
Oh
was
no,
so
cannonball.
much fun.
Not allowed to do that.
You know, by the way, I couldn't help feeling that there was something on Kachina's mind during dinner.
It's been a bit off since the exhibition match.
Oh, it's strange. She usually comes to me for advice when something's bothering her. Maybe there's
What if
something
you're bothering her, huh?
different? Oh, sorry to do this, but could you try asking her?
Of course! We'll ask the next time we're alone with her.
It's
If there
because
was
people
something
are
we can do
ignoring
to
her.
help, there's no way we'd stand by.
Easy.
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel a lot better. Anyway, I'll be heading off now too. Just remember, you'll always be welcome to come hang out with me at the People of the Springs.
Bye for now. See you soon.
Act 1 complete. Wait 2 whole days? Ugh. Fine. Wait 2 nights. Ugh. Well, there was a way to just skip to 2 days. Just skip the whole clock bit. Just say, hey, it's 2 days. I'm done. Also, yeah, hey, you can see the 3 moon symbol there. You can also see it on crafting benches. Turn of Echo. Whee!
Why me? Gotta steer clear of other people.
Oh, here you are, Kachina.
Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Oh, you're here.
Hey. I had some time on my hands, so I decided to bring Io over to check on Milray and Nyan.
Rua.
Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine.
Gina, what's bothering you?
Huh? What
And
makes you
everyone's
ask?
ignoring you and thinks you're kind of the weakest of the group.
Well,
I mean, you
you
are,
seemed
but...
a bit down after the exhibition match, so we're kind of worried about you.
Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. I'm okay, really. I mean, it's hard to explain. I've just been feeling a bit lost. Despite losing the pilgrimage so many times, what kept me going was the belief that someday I'd win and earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars. So when I finally did, I was over the moon. I mean, things didn't exactly go as planned, and
Died.
you and the others had to rescue me from the Night Kingdom. Still, I achieved my dream. But after the happiness wore off, I felt hollow. I didn't know what to aim for next, or what I should work toward. Then the Bloomflower trials came around, and I could fight alongside everyone again. But when the exhibition match ended, I suddenly realized that everyone had real-life responsibilities to return to. Everyone, that is. Except for me.
You are a child.
And that got me thinking.
You
Am
will
I the
get
only one who's
plenty
still
of
like a
responsibility.
kid? The only one who's left with so much free time on their hands?
Not like a kid, you
Who's
are
never
still
really
a kid.
grown up?
So that's what's been bothering you, huh?
Finish growing up, and then you can be an adult. That's how time works. Important stage in life too, Kachina.
Huh? You mean everyone feels like this at some point? I thought it was just because I hadn't been working hard enough.
No rush. Take your time searching for what it is you want to do.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Traveler.
Let's reinforce that vision.
If you think about it, this is a good thing. Not knowing what you want means the future's still full of possibilities, right? When Paimon can't decide what she wants for dinner, she gets to imagine all kinds of delicious dishes. But if someone told her, you're eating this tonight, kinda spoils the anticipation.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
I see even you have your moments of wisdom, Paimon.
Hey!
By the way, dinner tonight is pie.
Underestimating Paimon like that, would ya?
Oh, looks like you guys beat me to it. Is the little guy feeling any better?
Granny C. Lolly! Hello!
Who passed out?
Hello. I didn't have much going on at the moment, so I thought I'd check in on our patient.
Milray's been in a deep sleep this whole time. It's just as Aoife said. We'll need to gather all the sacred flame crystals before we can help him.
I imagine you're right. By the way, you haven't run into any trouble lately, have you?
What, me? Trouble? No, my last pull was pretty good. Got Varesa on my 22nd pull. I'm good.
When we discussed the sacred flame crystals after the exhibition match ended, everyone else looked happy.
Yeah, I thought it was 22nd.
You seem to have
24th.
something
That
on
was
your
at
mind.
24. That's what this is about. But sacred flame crystal might be dangerous. I think there was something else on my mind. I was worrying about Kachina, she was worrying about me. I'll just tell her the truth. Tell her the rumor about the thing being the
baseless
one ring.
rumor, but a fearful-sounding one all the same. Fear stems from the unknown, so the more cryptic the hearsay, the more panic it spreads.
Wait, are the crystals actually dangerous?
You just said
Then
no,
what
you
about
idiot.
Milray?
Mawika was right. Even if trouble does come our way, she'll handle it. Still, there must be a story behind the Bloomflower trials being stopped. It is said that something happened the last time they were held. Since you're concerned, why don't we look into it? I'm sure we'll still be able to find scrolls from back then over at the Masters of the Nightwind.
Yeah, let's go. Knowing the truth will be good.
I'd like to help.
No.
I don't see why not. Come, let's head over to my place. We should leave this little Tapetlosaur to rest.
Look, you just need the chinchill, okay? Is that the right one? Or am I gonna pop out underground? Okay, good. Oh, darn, I was hoping I was the correct spot. But no, I didn't go blasting directly into somebody's house. Darn. As funny as it would have been.
Dear, looks like I've gone way over budget. No one can have it all. Most.
I had someone gather up all the woven scrolls from that era. Maybe we'll find some leads we can follow.
There's that many? Oh,
There's like 20 maximum. Come on. Don't be a baby. Oh, you want to grow
Come
up.
on. Less whining, more reading. If we split them up, we'll finish in no time.
But aren't they all highly interpretive? Wasn't that part of your story quest? Not even look at them, we're just like looking toward them. This looks silly. Variety of events are recorded in these scrolls. Moments of frozen history. Power to pull you back into the distant past. Looked through several of them, but still nothing about the Bloomflower trials. Stories they contain. Almost unimaginable. Or Pete's Alliance's betrayals. Seems like in the Natlan of 6 or 7 centuries past, relations between the 6 tribes were incredibly complex and constantly shifting.
Why have you stopped? Did you notice something strange?
Are there still conflicts between the tribes nowadays?
There will always be tensions. But the intensity has changed. Usually the Pyro Archon tries their best to prevent intertribal disputes from escalating. But not every Archon has done that as well as Mawika. Also, given that our Archons live only as long as mortals, the transitional periods can be fraught with challenges.
First time I've seen
Far fewer conflicts have ended in bloodshed over the past few centuries. Whenever I read through these scrolls, I too am always struck by the thought of how unimaginable our lives would seem to people back then.
Hey, come check this out. This one seems to mention the Bloomflower trials.
Oh? Let me see. A curious coincidence indeed. It seems like the last Bloomflower trials were also held to save the life of an ailing Saurian.
Huh? Was it the same illness as Milray's?
The scroll doesn't say, but it seems likely. Strange. It's very unusual for such records to be so sparse on details. The scroll only vaguely alludes to two things. Firstly, that the Bloomflower trials were held to save a sick little Saurian. Secondly, that they seem to have failed. And that the chief of the Flower Feather clan had a major falling out with his younger brother. And later on, his brother left the tribe and lived as a recluse. That's all it says.
But that basically tells us nothing! You know, except that the person who weaved this scroll must have been slacking off on the job.
Absolutely. Maybe it was too sensitive, Darkoran.
Sacred flame crystals having the power to beguile human hearts. Is this where that's from?
By combing through the rest of the scrolls, there's nothing
looks
else.
Like we'll have to approach this from another angle.
Sideways.
I'll go take a look through some even older scrolls. Surely the trials were held more than once.
Seeing as that scroll just now mentioned the Flower Feather clan, I think I could go ask Chief Mutota.
And what's our next move? Any other leads we can follow?
Think of it. The mysterious Kukasaur that Milray mentioned might be able to shed some light on this. Let's go get Chaska's other family to help.
A certain Kukasaur? Who told you that?
Milray.
Oh, Aoife's assistant, Kakuku, must have told you, right? I heard he sometimes translates for the other Saurians.
Wouldn't a How do the same thing? Be the best time to dive into the whole Saurian indwelling mystery. Guess I'll just give Kakuku the credit for now.
Alright then. I'll look into those ancient scrolls, Kachina can head over to the Flower Feather clan, and you two can track down that Kukasaur. Let's split up and meet back here later.
Also, haven't I showed off the indwelling multiple times? I don't think it's that big of a mystery. Well, not much of a secret. It's still a mystery.
Let's roll!
Like how I held it down, but it didn't. I had to do that. It said, "No way, Jose." Oh yeah, can you tell me any more about the mysterious Kukasaurus you mentioned before? You want to make friends with him too? Yeah, that's right. Where can I find him? Tracking him down is no easy task, because he's always off somewhere on his own. 1 second, I'll pop up in front of us, then vanish into thin air the next. Actually pretty impressive. One time, it took us this absolutely beautiful place with this really, really tall stone gate. Did it take you to Natlan? There were so many other Kukasaurus there. We couldn't usually trespass on Soren's territory, but took us there is fine. He said that was his home. What's on a stone gate? I'll be near the fall for like that. Let's go check it out. What does it look like? How do I recognize him? Really easy to spot. See one that looks all light and floaty? That's him. Light and floaty. Yep, light and floaty. You'll know who he is the instant you see him. Seems to be the only description I come up with. Hey, but it'll have to do for now. Oh, if you do see him, just say hi from me and Milray. We're starting to miss him. He did drop by to see us, but there were too many people around for his liking. Sure thing, leave it to me. Leave it to Beaver. There's a big stone gate, sounds like. Or the volcano. What's up, guys?
Shh. So, everyone got that? They'll never see this coming. We'll catch them totally off guard.
Leave it to us. We'll show them what we're made of.
Mualani, Kinich, what are you doing here?
Oh, we're doing a match. Shh, go away.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. You nearly scared the life out of me. Just between us, we're discussing our strategy for the next half of the exhibition match. But as for the details, those will have to stay a secret. After all, we'll be competing against you this time.
What about you guys? You seem like you're in a hurry. Has something happened?
We're on the trail of an extremely rare and elusive Kukusaur.
Rare and elusive?
Quick rundown of the situation.
In that case, we can help with the search.
Yeah.
That description of the location's way too vague. The scenery around here is all pretty much the same. Without anyone to help out, it'll take you forever. What does the Kukusaur look like?
Light and floaty.
Nothing more specific than that?
Apparently we'll know when we see it.
Alright, well in that case, let's split up.
I'll check the higher ground and see if anyone over at the Flower Feather clan has any ideas.
I'll follow the river then.
Oh, you don't say. Never would have seen that coming.
Sounds like it's my time to shine. As Kinich will tell you, I'm a born hunter with the eyes of a hawk.
Fish,
I
maybe.
haven't got anywhere else to be either. I'll take a stroll nearby and see if I can spot anything.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Don't mention it. Anyway, we'd better get going. Catch you in a bit.
And then I find it immediately. And all our efforts are wasted.
Running late again.
Now, there's an indwell around here somewhere. Steal that one there. You! No. You cannot steal my resources. Even though I already have enough, but you know. I'm busy.
Why me?
Why, hello, everybody. Have you happened to see someone who looks freaking weird, other than me? Who just now was kind of sour. That's what it said. It's super sweet. Greetings, fellow children. How are you today? Hello there. How can we help? I was just wondering, have you ever met a Kukusaur around here you describe as light and floaty? Looks around, baffled. All of us? Oh, you're talking about that kid, are you? Are light and floaty really such distinct traits? Or seem to instantly understand who I meant? Sometimes shows up around here. It's always sneaking about, trying not to be seen. Let me guess, it's Kakuku. Perched up on a cliff, just gazing out on his lonesome, daydreaming about who knows what. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure I saw him following a human around a couple of days back. Well, that's not something you see every day. Usually you won't go anywhere near him. No, not that. Any way to get a hold of him? I'd forget it if I were you. That kid comes and goes like a shadow. Come join us for some food instead. I'm trying this one. Sweet as it can be. Yeah, alright. Doesn't seem like a very fruitful lead. Guess I'd better wait and see if Mualani and Kinish have any better luck. And suddenly I changed species. Nice backflip.
Anything on your end, Kanich?
Nope.
Me neither. Kukasaurs all look so similar. They all look light and floaty to me. I mean, what could possibly be lighter and floatier than a pair of wings?
I didn't find anything either. How about you guys?
Nuh-uh.
Sorry, Traveler and Paimon. We couldn't find that Kukasaur you're after. Are you in a hurry to find him? If you need a hand, I can come back and join the search again tomorrow.
Maybe he really is hiding from us. I'll try to think of another.
Okay, well, if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. That's what friends are for, after all.
I've told my friends over at the Flower Feather Clan to keep an eye out. If they see anything, they'll let you know. So, what's your next move?
I think we'll head back to the map. Nightwind.
Alright. I'll update them.
Come to think of it, Auroron could probably rig up a few traps and snag him that way.
It's not like Auroran's traps can catch just anything, you know.
You never know.
And they call
Might
it
as well
Archon.
ask him if you get the chance. Anyway, we'll be heading back now. Best of luck!
Okay then, see you later! And thanks for your help!
Return from whence I came. Oh, I guess this is right here. Nearly as far as I thought it was.
Let me think.
Kachina, see Lolly! What's up?
We haven't managed to find anything. No one seems to know what actually happened back then.
Any luck with your mysterious Kukasaur?
Nope.
In that case, I'd suggest we set this aside for now. It would be great if we could get to the bottom of this, but not every historical mystery can be unraveled. We must also learn to live with the unknown. Just remember, as long as we stick together, no challenge will ever be too great.
Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out. Still, after all this investigating, it feels a bit disappointing to come up empty-handed.
Your hands aren't empty.
Finally, dudes. Found you.
Aoife, what brings you here?
Everything, duh.
Kanich mentioned you were on the lookout for a Kukasaur. Just so happens a strange Kukasaur has been following me the past few days.
Care to elaborate?
No clue why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kind of freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside the window.
That sounds terrifying!
A ghost.
I could tell it was a little Kukasaur from the shape. After observing him more closely, I figured out that he'd been following me the whole time, but that he'd just been too quiet to notice. Not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if so, you're more than welcome to get him off my back. The sooner the better.
Wait a second. Does that mean...
Yep, dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
That's a bush, my dude.
Do you think we should send someone over to take a look?
Why don't we do it
It's
ourselves?
okay, I've got this.
Takes her slipper off. Not to worry, Abuela's got it.
What the? How is that even? Guys, get over here, quick! There's nothing scary about this. It's just...
A ghost. Said it's not scary.
Wait, surely that's not...
Ghost dragon? Hold on, if we got a ghost dragon, then I gotta... There we go. Ghost Dragon. Ooh. Wonder 9 described him as light and floaty. Really is instantly recognizable. Not like any sword I've ever seen. Nori's mysterious friend, then, the one spreading the rumors. Sacred flames crystals beguiling human hearts.
Wait, shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
There are many possible reasons, but right now it seems that our priority is...
So why have you been tailing me, bro? If it's treatment you want, can't do much for you, man. Sorry.
Already dead, man.
He ran off.
Do you think he wants us to follow him? Oh, if only we had a Kukuthosaurus on hand.
Hey, that's a good point. Where is Kakuku today?
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was still out cold when I left.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. It looks like he wants to take us somewhere.
Kukuthosaurus spirit leads you further away than you'd expect. Not that far away. Imagine someone had one of these big guys as their tamed saurian.
Looks like he's finally stopped.
It's a great
Why have you brought us here?
So, is there something buried here, or what?
Goo, goo.
You want us to dig it up?
Groo. After enter digging, you unearth an old weathered box.
These are...
worthless!
Woven scrolls, yes. Albeit very crudely made, and heavily time-worn as a result.
Eva's ancestor.
Still, they're just about legible.
Couldn't save
They
a
seem
saurian.
to document the very last Bloomflower trials that took place centuries ago? But why would these be here?
That's the guild.
Come,
Couldn't save the
let's
saurian.
read them together.
And this is the one that
These
died.
might just contain the answers we've been searching for this whole time.
I'm on down in front.
So, have you figured out a way to save him?
That's much better, Chief. That's still
Indeed, I
stupid,
have.
but yes.
As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals. That's about it.
That's great news. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your saurian buddy. Not so busy these days, huh?
You know I'd come even if I was. You're my brother, man. I heard you've been beside yourself since Antu fell ill, so I was worried about you.
I mean, Antu means the world to me. I promised to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown, ready to spread his wings and soar freely through the skies. I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. Sometimes he's happy, and other times he's sad.
Hey, Jordan,
Sometimes he
I'm
has
doing fine, how are
tantrums,
you?
but then he'll curl up beside me when I'm down. And right now, he needs me more than ever. I'll draw upon everything I've ever learned to help him get through this.
Write a textbook. Why
I
don't you?
salute your courage and wisdom, brother. But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned, are you sure they'll do the job?
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various related scrolls. Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict. Back when the tribes were somewhat united, they would occasionally hold bloomflower trials in order to obtain them.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn, despite being chief. So,
I'm really quiet.
How can we use them?
Or
Is
do I
it
have to
really
turn up even
worth
more?
holding a whole competition just to get our hands on some?
Research on sacred flame crystals has been patchy to say the least, so there's never been a definitive conclusion.
How about now? Testing.
What we know for sure is that they can be used to treat certain chronic phlogiston-related illnesses. Others also say that they can be used to enhance a warrior's strength. There's something.
Enhance a warrior's strength?
It's speculative at best.
There, how
We
about
need
now?
to analyze an actual specimen to know for sure.
For myself up to 6 dB.
As far as I'm concerned, as long as they can be
How's
used
this
to
now?
cure Antu's illness, that's enough. Nothing else matters.
Alright, good. Weird.
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version of the Bloomflower trials? Remarkable that they agreed, given it wasn't so long ago that we were at each other's throats. Tensions are running high right now. If I were you, I wouldn't have had the courage to even ask.
I know, but I had no other choice. Fortunately, I've treated
Sure you
patients
did.
from every tribe, so the chiefs agreed as a way of returning the favor. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long time since we've worked together on anything. This might be a good chance for reconciliation. Fighting side by side for a common cause, that's the way Natlan was always meant to be.
Let's hope so. By the way, what's with all this baggage? Heading out on a long journey or something?
No, that's where I store my trauma.
I'm heading out to search for Ocean Zephyrs. In the meantime, I'll leave the trials in your capable hands. Just please make sure it all goes smoothly.
Come on, that goes without saying. Rest assured, I'm your brother after all.
You're definitely not gonna turn evil.
Thank you.
Definitely
And
not.
Antu, be good while I'm gone, okay? Once I return with the ingredients, you'll be back on your feet and running around in no time.
Himara! How could you stoop so low, ambushing us on the field like that?
Ambushing? You've no one but yourself to blame for underestimating us. So what's all this fuss about?
Even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flower Feather clan must compensate us for our losses. Hand over the sacred flame crystals.
And what, we'll hand him over after all that? Just because you waggled some fingers and said some angry words?
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials
Sassy.
to save a sick Saurian? Take what's necessary for the treatment, then return us the rest.
Say something, Amara. We're not leaving until you give us some answers.
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such puerile questions. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always people who think they're so clever. So many contestants were just pocketing the ones they got in the trials. I'll bet your chiefs all have sweet little personal stashes too, huh? Everyone was in a frenzy, snatching the crystals up wherever and whenever they could. We're hardly the only winners. I wouldn't even call us the biggest ones.
You what?
So back in the day, everyone was just big old assholes all the time. Got it.
Snatching the spoils while using the Bloomflower trials to weaken the other tribes. You planned this all along. Ugh, that Nampol. Can't believe I trusted him.
The children of Echoes will not forget this. Let's go!
Flash forward to the present where they have forgotten indeed. Rude.
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down. I'll explain everything.
Look, no need for that. I only came back to ask. Are the rumors true?
Rumors? What rumors?
That you're a dick.
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath, sparking a heated dispute among the chiefs. and that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was already gone. How could you lie to me, Amara? You promised you'd make sure the Bloomflower trials went smoothly. Why would you resort to such underhanded tactics?
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke the rules, the whole thing became a free-for-all. Playing by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. If I hadn't taken things into my own hands, another tribe would have just swooped in and seized the winnings for themselves. These sacred flame crystals, they have limitless potential. I, for one, wouldn't miss a chance to strengthen our tribe.
I won't debate ethics with you. Where are the sacred flame crystals? Give me some. I'm going to search for Antu.
I've put them all into our research.
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the beginning, but he ran off, didn't he? So there was no longer any need.
Dick.
He's your companion, yes. But the life of a single Saurian is nothing compared to the future of our tribe.
Your eye is clipping through your eye.
Hear, hear. You've certainly proven yourself a worthy chief, Imara. Your name will no doubt be etched into the hearts of the Flower Feather clan for generations to come. Just remember this. No excuses can hide the harm your greed has inflicted. All the hope and trust that little guy placed in you, placed in me, you'll never know what that feels like.
Wait, Numpel! Where are you going?
I'm going where you ain't.
Antu! Antu, it's me! Please, answer me. Antu, are you okay? Oh, look at you out here all on your own. I'm so sorry, Antu. This is all my fault.
Yes, his tribe is cowboy themed.
After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here on this hill with Antu. He was running out of time. I took him from tribe to tribe, begging them to spare some sacred flame crystals, our last hope. But no one believed me anymore. I begged them again and again, enduring sneers, insults, even beatings. Until finally, Antu's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. And then I realized it wasn't just the sickness weighing him down, no. Remorse filled his gaze.
That is a lot to write down in one scroll.
I remember once,
there's even
over
more.
At the Children of Echoes, someone approached us with a sacred flame crystal, flaunting it before quickly putting it away.
Ah, this is what you're after, is it? Dream on.
Well, you're a doctor, so do no harm.
Go beg your brother for
but no one said you can't
How many
castrate
did he
him.
snatch up for himself? He's the one who put you up to this whole I'm a victim charade, wasn't he? I don't buy it. What are you little vulture?
For some reason, Antu harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up every last ounce of his dwindling strength in trying to destroy it. It wasn't until years after Antu's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehending why. Unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies, he concluded that they must have been corrupted by the sacred flame crystals themselves. In Antu's eyes, the
Oh, I
only
noticed the
reason they'd
collectible
started
plenty in
collecting
here, so I guess they were
sacred
chill.
flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. If I hadn't been there, none of this would have ever happened.
The only one they were fighting was a
He carried
volcano.
this guilt with him until the very end. I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. If only I had taken part in the trials myself. If only I'd seen the greed in Amara's eyes, or even came back just a little bit sooner.
Yeah, you yell at yourself, boy.
But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine and spent my life healing all kinds of saurians. I buried Antu here on this hill, where I too one day shall rest. Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that the truth should not lie buried. May those who come long after us learn from our errors, lest they repeat them.
How long is this scroll?
May the
Jesus.
Natlan of their day be united as one, free once and for all from bloodshed and strife.
Where'd you get the guitar? That's a really small scroll for that entire book I just read.
So the non-pole from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor? And that little Cuckoosaur spirit was once his saurian companion?
Seems so. That's why he's been following you around, Aoife. Even though he doesn't like appearing in front of anyone else, he senses something familiar in you. No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, it's greed. And who'd want to immortalize the memory of a scandal by which all 6 tribes were tainted?
5.
The bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as they believed. All that scheming, after what proved to be nothing more than a hollow fantasy.
Hey, where's that little Cuckoosaur gone?
Maybe he's a ghost, he goes wherever he wants.
Over there! Do you think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost in his memories?
I'll go chill with him.
Thanks. I might need a breather over here. I regret lingering for centuries, unfolding like this before my eyes. Can't believe I'm just now hearing my ancestor's story. Now I know why we became vets too. I gotta think this through. What should I do? What can I even do?
You know what's funny? He also probably fought in the war, which would make him a vet. And he treats saurians who also fought in the war, so he's a vet. And not to be one, but he's also probably been peer-reviewed, so he's a vetted vet. Right, have a good day. Or night, or whatever time it happens to be. Where's a dinosaur to indwell in? Game usually provides one. Wait, it's not. Why?
Gotta steer clear of other people.
Lots of nests, so maybe I'll find one over there. Well, there is nothing over here. So maybe, just maybe, it'll automatically do it. Yes, it does. On tour. Hey, huh? Are you the blonde gal from just now? Wait, is this your real form? Did you turn yourself into a human? That's amazing! Can you teach me how you do it? I want to talk to the humans, but they don't like me. You still remember what happened back then. Bits and pieces. They're being a lot of pain. Remember how worried my good friend Nampool was. Afterward, the pain stopped, and my body felt so light. But I couldn't find him anymore. I hid and searched and hid and searched. I searched without end. My body kept getting colder and colder, like I was freezing to death. Luckily, I found a nice, cozy cave where I huddled up and slept for ages. I woke back up again. The world seemed completely different. A cave. Yeah, there were all these strange patterns on the wall. Some of them even looked a bit like me. Remembrance of sacred source? This place, the Night Kingdom. Maybe his soul hasn't faded away because he was hibernating there. Came out of the cave, I saw those evil monsters had returned. Trying to help. That's how I met Milray and Nyan. Three of us had them running in circles, haha. Once I'd shown my friends the way. Those monsters didn't stand a chance of catching them. Eventually, those monsters all disappeared. And then I faintly heard the sound of Nampool's voice calling out for me to come to him. Disappeared. And after the final battle against the Leyland's been restored, so at this point, I could have returned to the Night Kingdom. You didn't go? I wanted to, but then Milray came down with the same meal as I had, and I was so worried for him. Nampool said that sacred flame crystals were required for the cure. Those crystals are evil. As soon as they got their hands on them, even the closest of friends would get into the most vicious argument. Everyone started acting so strangely, like they'd all been bewitched. Yeah, you've got a really nice vocabulary. All called those second flame crystals. What else could it have been? They were all such good friends before, and they used to care about me too. Not because of those evil crystals. I wish I could cast every last one of them into a volcano. We'll need them to cure Milray. What do we do? So Nampool concluded. He misunderstood the cause of the strife. How were the sacred flame crystals about humans' brother? Human greed and scheming. But what can we do now for this poor little creature? Did I tell him the truth? From his standpoint, would knowing the truth even make any difference? John says he seemed a bit down. No, I'm good. Why are you so down? Because you're short? Get back to where the others are. Antu's eyes are full of such heart concern. I don't know what to tell him. Times have changed, and so have the people. He's the only one still trapped in the past. We...
Never thought I'd have the chance to meet my ancestor Saurian companion. It's a pretty cool feeling. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Can he understand what you're saying?
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's pretty much it. That's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond. If my ancestor were here, I'm sure they'd vibe way easier.
The Vibe
In
Master
other
General.
words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed everything that went on back then in front of him, right? I'm not even sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's probably better if he doesn't understand. I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them, and that we should face up to the challenges in our lives. But even if we told him the truth, wouldn't it only distress him more than he already is?
That's right. The people responsible, the ones who should have apologized to him, are no longer around. All the truth would do is tear open old wounds and sadden him all over again.
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and find hope once more?
Just like Nampool, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human language, but they get a lot just from reading our eyes. In short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, they really want to prove their worth. Helping people makes them happy, and feeling like a burden makes them sad. So, the best move isn't to get stuck on the truth of what happens, but to help make his current wishes come true.
His wishes?
For example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things that cause endless arguments among good friends. But now, after hundreds of years, we finally found a way to beat them. Will you join forces with us to cleanse the evil inside them so we can save your buddy together?
Yeah.
Interesting approach. You want to turn a lie into the truth, huh?
What are you trying to do? You even be sure he understood you?
Actually, I didn't really understand either. Is there really some kind of evil power inside the sacred flame crystals?
Oh, dear child. Come. Let Granny explain it to you.
Group has a quick strategy huddle.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, I'll do my best.
Not so fast. Hate to break it to you, but the three of us can't make this happen. Let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who's willing to play along. As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll have an easier time communicating.
Act 2. Lead. Alright. Gonna keep about rushing through all of this. Because for some reason I am just really tired. Of course. Why would I expect any less? Well, the next stream I do, probably gonna be on Saturday, I would imagine. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Will be the next part of Mass Effect. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a big mission, or if it's going to be, yeah, DLC. But we'll see. Secret Timber, let's go. There are 5 courtiers of artifacts I never would have known. Thank you for telling me, game. After 5 years. Almost 5 years.
So sleepy.
Didn't sleep well?
Yeah, I blame Kachina. Being all mysterious about some gathering to discuss something important. I was so curious I couldn't stop tossing and turning the whole night. Also, how come it's so quiet today? You didn't lock a How up, did you?
When I tried to wake him up this morning, his response was, "Leave me be, minion. Darest thou disturb the almighty Dragon Lord in our slumber?" I figured it'd be for the best that he's not here anyway, so I didn't bother calling him again.
Good thing you didn't tell him about our gathering. We could do without his gate crashing for sure.
And it disappears regardless.
Not late, am I?
Nope, you're right on time. So, Aoife, now that everyone's here, shall we begin?
Actually, today we have a big favor we'd like to ask of all of you.
What's up? Why so serious all of a sudden?
It's a long story. One that begins with a mysterious friend of Milray's.
He tells him literally the entire thing we just learned. Everyone is gloomy.
Bloodshed between the tribes. That seems almost unthinkable today, but it was an everyday occurrence in that era. Even working together on something was impossible. That's just too awful.
Oh, Varesa's here too, yes.
There have always been disputes, but once they escalated into fully fledged clashes between tribes, even a peacemaker would have been powerless to mediate.
And that little Kukusaur Antu
that's why you
believed that
kick
the
all their
sacred flame
asses.
crystals harbored some kind of evil power that lay at the root of these intertribal conflicts, and that led to all the later misunderstandings. At this point, it would be nigh impossible to explain the truth to him. Granny's right. It would only make him suffer all over again.
That said, Antu will naturally sense that something's off once we've collected enough sacred flame crystals and cure Milray, won't he? He'll see that no one has been corrupted and that all is as it should be. At that point, he would realize the truth of what happened in the past, even as young as he is.
Exactly. That's why we came up with a plan. When the second half of the tournament wraps up, we'll have enough sacred flame crystals. That's when I want everyone to act like the crystals have messed with us and start arguing.
Ooh, acting! That sounds fun! Then what?
Then, we'll bring Antu over and cast a spell of unity to cleanse all the bad vibes within the sacred flame crystals and bring everyone back to their senses.
That sounds silly.
Of course, neither the evil power or the magic are real, but we've got to make the little dude think he's done something awesome.
Uh-huh, yeah, I get where you're going with this. The best way to make up for regrets is to do what you failed to do before. We'll recreate that scene from his past, only this time, he'll get the chance to rewrite the future. So, how exactly are we going to do this? Is there anything we can look to?
Once, when I was reading a foreign book, I came across something called an interactive play designed specifically for kids. The story usually features a showdown between a hero and a villain, with twists and turns throughout. Just as things reach a climax, the hero will pretend to be losing and ask for the children's help. Then the children all raise their hands, lending their power to the hero and helping them defeat the villain. For the adults watching, it's just a performance, but the children will walk away feeling happy for days to come. At that age, happiness doesn't come from material rewards, but from a heart that believes.
Oh, true. I can totally
And from
relate.
watching Sailor Moon.
When I helped out at my parents' shop as a kid, they would always intentionally leave me some simple tasks, like dusting down the shelves or making sure the merchandise was arranged neatly. Then they'd shower me with praise when I was finished, saying stuff like, "Good job, Mualani, you're a genius." And the funny thing is, it always made me super happy.
So you were a really dumb kid, understood.
Spot on. That's exactly it. We want to make Antu feel the same way a kid who just helped a hero would. Lessen his regret and pain before he moves on. Besides, Milray already heard the rumors about the sacred flame crystals from him. If we don't dispel the curse right in front of him, he might refuse to take the medicine. But we can't pull off a show like that with just us. That's why I'm asking for your help.
We'll probably need about 5 more people. I mean, there are 5 more spots up for grabs. First come, first served.
You have my board. I'm probably the best at arguing here,
And
don't you
my
think?
axe.
We get some pretty rude customers in our shop, and I've had to develop quite a few communication skills to deal with them.
You have my... cabbages? I
My
help prepare some
cabbages!
props and special effects, like smoke to mimic the evil power, and bright lights for the spell of unity.
See, Alana's like, I have to do that too.
Oh, you're joining too, Archon?
It really resonated with me when Citlali mentioned a clash between heroes and villains. And unlike the heroes in those plays, I've borrowed strength from all
And
of you in the
Shalonen's
real
like,
world.
oh, if I get to
And
yell
we've
at
overcome
Mavika,
powerful foes
I'm in.
together as a result. I think I'll do justice to the role.
Well, if Mawika's on board, then you have my hammer. I'm really interested in the part where we pretend to argue.
Let's see. We've got our actors and the stage is set. Now we need a director, a dude to run the show.
Why are you all looking at me?
Consider it our vote of confidence, Kanich.
Fine. Then you have my grappling hook. I happen to have some time.
So, that's everyone then. In that case, Varesa and I will take care of the cleanup.
Sorry, guys. I'd love to sign up, but I already promised to help transport the wounded.
As for me, if I see you all arguing, I wouldn't be able to resist stepping in.
And I'm just really bad at acting. I'd be so stiff, the game would be up before we even got started. I'll stay and help the Saurians search for Ocean Zephyrs. Once they've brought enough back, I'll join you as soon as I can. As our Archon herself often says, we all have our own part to play, right?
That's right. All right. Once the second half of the exhibition match is over, we'll split into 2 teams and play our respective parts.
Great! Let's make the second half an even more exciting fight. That way, we'll be able to collect more sacred flame crystals to help cure Milray. I've even come up with a secret strategy that's sure to catch you all off guard.
After centuries, we're holding the Bloomflower trials once more. I hope that this time we can bring them to a close free from regret. Are you all confident that we can do this?
No, I mean, yes.
Then let's get this show on the road.
Wait, it's a mobile show? You have to do it multiple times? What is a Super Sentai show? Damn. Gonna have to do it every single weekend.
Alright, looks like
for the
everyone's
next
here.
3 months.
Time for a strategy meeting. Ugh, why do they keep picking battlefields covered in mountains that need climbing?
Paimon, you've never touched a rock in your life.
If you're worried about getting tired, I can just fly you straight to the top. Launching a surprise attack on their base would also be a good tactic.
I'll use smoke to sow confusion amongst their ranks. Then you guys can just charge in and beat the living daylights out of them.
It'll be over as soon as it began.
These two are in even more of a rush than Paimon is.
Let's all just calm down for a moment. We don't even know what their formation will be like. Besides, if we don't deal with nearby opponents first, our main base could be at risk.
One steady wins the race. Start at the foot of the mountain.
But the area nearby is full of rocks. Looks like they're trying to block our path.
That's nothing. Let's just charge straight through. Come on, time for a warm-up.
Okay, whatever you say.
Coach will take it from here. Quick as a flash. Whoa, yahoo! That loosened me up.
Now, if only Yansan was as good at doing it as Varesa. Seriously, Yansan's is kind of shit. Or Varesa is just, you're using the skill? Alright, you're breaking everything. Or Yansan's like, no, you gotta sprint before you hit it.
Show me your courage.
Show me your moves.
Tell me what you see.
Now, do I get Pyro-infused damage yet, or no? Alright, well, time to melt everyone. It's actually not melt. It's overload beating.
Don't worry, everyone. We can do it. On my mark. Let's run.
Stick around.
Ow. Rude.
We've got to fall back for now. Excellent. We've secured the Children of Echo's base. Time to head up the
Got
mountain.
an ad in my chat.
All tuckered out. Let me give you a hand.
How dare.
Now that's what Paimon calls
Also, hello if you'd like to talk like a normal person.
Granny's not here to check if I've been slacking, is she?
Coach will take it from here. Quick as a flash.
Oh, right, I'm supposed to run through it. Right. Gotta wait for the cooldown.
Stronger.
Farewell.
Yeah. Where do they want me to do this when I have someone who can
burn this.
literally fly? you don't mind me for just a second here. I am done. I can now beat them up.
Find a way to hold them off. Show me your moves.
Put up a good fight.
Show me your moves.
Let's move!
Everybody explode. Oh, that was super easy. Mualani, you weren't even here to put up a good defense.
Another one in the bag.
Another one with the hag. Probably doing a counterattack right now.
Something's wrong. There are far fewer people in their base than expected.
And Mualani hasn't put in an appearance yet either.
Uh-oh, not good. The people of the Springs took back the base we just captured. And even worse, they're sending troops to attack our main base.
Huh. That girl has some moves. I'll give her that.
Looks like we'll have to split our forces to hold off their counterattack.
Don't worry. I'll handle Mualani. She still owes me for wrecking my front door. You just focus on moving forward.
You're a lifesaver, Granny Seat Lolly. We can rest easy knowing you're here covering the rear.
Thanks, Granny. We've got this.
That slipper about to come out. It's very slowly make your way over. You know, nothing important going on or anything, you know.
Coach will take it from here.
No need to rush, mind you.
Stay out of my way.
Time to go.
Wow, I gotta go really far away.
How is this not over
You'll
yet?
put up a good fight.
How many people do they have in reserve?
Splitting their forces into smaller squads to slow our advance and undermine our morale. Very clever.
I'm not sure how well they're undermining anything, you know.
Looks like the Scions of the Canopy Space is on the other side of that cliff.
Ooh, does that mean it's finally time for the big showdown?
That cliff top's very high up. Whatever you do while you're flying over, don't look down.
Do what? Ah, that's cool to me. Yo, Guinea boy. They failed. Counterattack failed.
I knew that wouldn't stop you. Let's have our weapons do the talking.
That's what our voices are for.
Alright, let's finish this fast.
Here comes the
On my mark!
So probably could have thrown down Overruns as well. His own. Whatever.
This isn't over yet. The fight is done. Sound the retreat.
Hooray! We are winner.
The fruits of victory taste almost as sweet as ones I've grown myself. At least I won't be in for one of Granny's scoldings.
Wow, that explains why you were so fired up today.
Auroron! Since when has your granny ever gone around scolding people like some sort of scary monster, huh? Huh?
Like right now.
Anyway, good workout, huh?
You can say that again. It's not every day you get to enjoy the thrill of battle.
Thrill of the
You
kill.
youngsters sure love a good brawl, huh? Once this is all over, I think I'll need a few days at home to lie down and recover.
Thanks, Granny. Without your support, who knows what might have happened.
I'll have you know that Mualani didn't pull any punches during our little skirmish just now.
And that's why I used my super
Next
magic
time she
powers to
shows up
throw
at
her
my
against the
place
wall.
asking for a favor, I'm giving her a proper talking to.
And then I compressed her into a ball.
Shows that everyone really was giving it their all. Anyway,
And then physically dunked her before allowing her to return to original shape.
We have indeed.
But I
Let's
swapped her
gather
left
them
and
up
right
head
foot.
back.
You'll always walk funny now.
Next up, time for our little play. Aoife, this should be enough, right?
Yeah, plenty.
Oh, that was a really quick
Maybe
shot.
more than we can even use.
Oh, that's great news. Just goes to show how fired up everyone was. Let's set the remainder aside in case of emergency. Next up, the main event. When do we start?
Just a sec. Before we roll the cameras, let's break it all down one more time. Shortly, you'll all take the sacred flame crystals and place them in front of Milray and Nyan. Then, once Kanich gives the signal, Auroron will do his thing, and the crystals will start giving off a black mist. That'll be the cue to start fighting. Once things get real heated, we'll bring Antu in and have him cast the Spell of Unity. Afterwards, Auroron will clear his black mist, and then we all go back to chilling with each other. Any questions?
Relax.
what
I've played
if
it all
he doesn't
through in
work?
my head many times now.
Great, then let's do this.
First, I'm gonna grab Malwika by the neck, and I'm gonna throttle her until... Okay, we don't go to the patient comes to us. Kind of weird, but alright.
Oh, finally, we've got all the sacred flame crystals we need.
They look really big for
Don't worry,
kids.
little guy, you'll be better in no time.
Might be because they're on a pound of stuff, but... Weird
It's
shot.
just like Aoife said. He looks very reluctant to go through with this.
Rawr.
As long as he sees us dispel the curse with his own eyes, we'll be all right. Let's proceed.
Hey, Mualani. That's weird. I feel a bit dizzy.
Special effects team, get in position.
On the case.
Now, time to get squabbling. As agreed, we'll start with Mualani.
You've got this, Mualani.
Leave it to
Talking out loud.
Now, listen up, Kachina. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. You hear me? I'd never have thought you'd do something so terrible, Kachina. Why, I'm positively furious.
What did I do again?
That is a good question. Let me think about that.
I thought you said you were a natural at this.
I am, but I'm struggling to come up with a reason to argue. How am I supposed to tap into old talents when I'm drawing blanks here?
Gina, time for you to start yelling.
If this goes
First
on
one
much
fails.
longer, even the little Saurians will realize something's off. Don't get caught up on the reasons for an argument. Just start by setting the atmosphere for one.
Don't panic. I'm thinking.
Don't speak English anyway, just yell at each other.
Kachina! You stand accused of the heinous crime of eating my very last Saurus cracker! Huh? When we went out for a
It
picnic
was delicious
last
and I
night,
would do it again.
You ate the last Saurus cracker! How could you have done such an abominable thing? I was saving that for the end!
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, so? You ate way more than I did!
No. You just don't get it! The ones we ate in the middle don't matter. The last one's always the tastiest!
Now, the first always tastes.
Good. He's starting to buy it. Time to turn up the heat.
Mualani! Isn't it about time you paid up for wrecking my door?
Oh, seriously? You're bringing this up now? You promised to let it go the last time we had dinner together!
Nuh-uh.
And when might that have been?
The last time we had dinner, like I said! We were over at the People of the Springs, and you'd had just a teensy bit too much to drink. You took my hand and said it was all water under the bridge. Wait, hold on. Have you genuinely forgotten? Oh, this isn't part of your act, is it? And to think I tried so hard.
Right.
Is this what sacred flame crystals can do? It's like you've all become completely different people.
Now you
Surely
don't get
our
me
only
started.
hope now is for me to...
Can it, Mawika? Do you even have any idea how long I've had to put up with your nonsense? Without so much as a heads up, you just dumped some pile of design schematics in my workshop that you'd gotten from who knows where, and then tell me to build you that flame rider or whatever you call it. Then you drive it into the wilderness every single day, and then whenever it breaks down, you send it straight back to me for repair, even when I'm on vacation. Oh, and not to mention your special sunglasses and that precious sword of yours that's impervious to even the hottest of flames. Do you need me to make a list?
Did the sunglasses get destroyed though? By the flames?
Is it just me? Or is Shilonen's acting pretty convincing?
She might be the only one who's not actually acting, Kachina.
So sleepy. Why didn't you wake me up this morning, Kanich?
And from now on, I am not taking any more work during holidays, and you're banned from showing up at my vacation spots.
Wait a minute. I remember now. You were the one who kept encouraging me to drink more that evening. Trying to get me drunk so you could write off some old debts, huh? Smooth moves, Mualani. Figured out some tricks to use on old Granny, have you?
Well, would you look at that? Oh, these little pipsqueaks suddenly at each other's throats! Oh, what a golden opportunity this could be! Listen up, everyone! Arguing won't solve any problems, so let's settle this with a good old-fashioned fight to the death!
Oh, like what are those two doing in the corner?
Kahula how, hereby appoint
What is he Lally and
myself
Mualani
your
doing?
referee. Kanich! Let's start with Kanich! Who's got it in for Kanich?
Huh?
Whoa, what's wrong? Why are you all looking at me?
Suddenly got some real
Perfect
venting to do.
You. Well, you're the worst. You wasted an entire bucket of ice by taking a bath in it.
And you
He's
ate
made
all
of
those
energy, it's not like
crackers
he's
I
gonna
baked.
contaminate
I
it.
spent the whole night preparing them.
Fair game.
Always yelling at the top of your lungs. You're a permanent earache in a pint-sized package.
Super clean.
No list would suffice to record the horrible things you've done.
Absolutely.
Whoa, time out! Why is this all suddenly aimed at me?
Cutscene? No.
How could this be? The argument's spiraling out of control. I can no longer cleanse the evil power within the sacred flame crystals myself. If this goes on much longer, continues for much longer. Oh, how does it go again? Let me see. Oh, yeah. If this goes on much longer, Natlan will be in grave danger. We're so close. If only a brave hero would step forward. Good thing I wrote that all down in advance. Hopefully I sold it.
That's us.
10 out of 10.
You ready, Antu? Antu?
Vietnam flashbacks. Oh, so there was a collectible plenty member
There's
there.
no need to save him. Think of what we could accomplish with all those sacred flame crystals.
Fine by me. Let's settle our old scores today. Once and for all. What right do you children of Echoes think you have to point fingers at us? How many times have you wronged us over the years?
Bunch of liars and cowards, banding together like the vermin you are. It's sickening.
Huh! Never have the heavens smiled down upon those who live by the rules. If something's worth having, you've got to take it by force.
I should never have believed you.
My thought. Well, you know, I never killed the first. I don't want to be cured. I don't want the sacred flame crystals. Please stop fighting.
Onto!
You're up, bro!
What about Europe? A continent?
This ends now! We're here to save the day!
Evil power that corrupts the human heart? There's no place for you in Natlan anymore. We will stand united and face the years ahead together. Fly, my dude, fly! Cast the spell of unity, just like I taught you.
Do it.
Now, Auroran.
Got it.
Rainbows. Why is even a Howl look happy? Oh, pretty great.
The path of fate lies bleak. Walls rise in human hearts. Yet those walls we shall break, and we will march on. From this day forth, may worldly strife be no more.
And he fucking died again.
What in the... Look, the evil power is fading.
The magic's working.
Grain fruit chips taste so much better with sweet cheese. That's not even up for debate.
I
There it
think
is.
you'll find that salted cheese is the classic. The first and best choice in Natlan for centuries.
Cheese! That's just for kids. I'd never go near it.
Lactose intolerant, got
Well,
it.
I guess you're not completely wrong. They have a unique flavor with salted cheese, too. The perfect storytime snack.
Also great with a glass of wine. Though sweet cheese with a splash of liqueur works well too. Let's have another get-together sometime. Don't worry, I won't bring up the door incident again.
Fingers crossed.
Ah, you're amazing, Granny. Next time I'll come with Kachina, and we'll bring some home-baked Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips along.
And some glazed meat stew and volcano cake, too.
Sure. In that case, I'll go find Varesa and we'll make you some nice, juice or something.
Just takes a
When
fruit,
will you all grow up?
squash it in her hand.
Why does it feel like
Juice.
I'm always the only one drinking?
You should stay off the bottle too, Granny. Isn't there some kind of sweet and sour soup that's all the rage with the Masters of the Nightwind right now? Ah, what's it called again? Mystique soup?
The X-Men?
Much better than alcohol, if you ask me.
Wait a minute, what exactly is going on here? Your attitudes towards each other are changing way too fast!
You coming to Marvel?
Huh. Wow, that's weird. What was I just saying? I can't remember for the life of me. Can you, Mawika?
Something about wishing I dropped by your workshop more often and how grateful you are that I keep pushing you to achieve the impossible. Life is like climbing a mountain. All the best views are at the top. You just give people that kind of vibe.
Wait, are you serious?
Just kidding. I'll try my best not to dump any more strange commissions on you.
How into that have you two? Snap out of it, people! It's like you're all under some kind of spell! Quick, Kanich, think of something!
How? I owe you an apology too. I've been too harsh on you.
No, not harsh enough. Throw him in a crate.
It seems
The
that
Howd.png
evil power
has
is
stopped working.
completely gone. Were you the one who helped us?
Awesome job, bro!
Great job, Antu. Now that the sacred flame crystals have been cleansed, we can use them to cure your friend. Don't leave him hanging. Go tell him the good news.
Ooh.
Thank you so much, all of you. This turned out even better than I imagined.
See, told you it would all work out. Didn't I mention I'm an old hand at this whole argument game?
You were this close to spilling the beans.
Here. Even the kids of our tribe would have done a better job. Tell you what, we're lucky they don't speak our language.
I couldn't help it. Besides, how was I supposed to, criticize Kachina to her face like that?
Milani.
Easy, tell her to get a haircut.
Actually, it was the same for me. Even though I knew it was all just an act, I didn't want to argue with you. Huh?
Oh, that giga drill she hit you with was really painful. And you want an apology. No, demand an apology.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
No, please do.
Now, all that's left are the ocean zephyrs, right? I heard on the way over that we'd already found some, so it shouldn't take long.
Everyone, over here! Ian-san! And, whoa, that's a lot of saurians!
It's like, what, 6?
We've gathered enough ocean
7?
zephyrs. I asked them to give them to me, but they wanted to bring them over themselves.
8, sorry.
So we came together.
I don't want to count.
Here, I think this should be enough.
Just hang on a moment, everyone. I'll go mix the ingredients. Hey, Kakuku? Dude? Less chat, more help?
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Eva quickly prepares the medicine. Now comes the most important step of all.
Whew. This is it. The moment we've all been waiting for. Oh, sacred flame crystal, forged by the will of many. Please, work your wonders and drive this sickness away.
Now cutscene. Oh, no cutscene, yeah. Cool. That's a really tall child. Ghost. Just telling everyone how cool the ghost is. Hello, my boy. Just need to right that we can already fly, right? Well, you know, show some illusion. Apparently, it's dropped flowers on him. He hears the voice. I was gonna have to explain to that kid that he was friends with a ghost.
Cheer up, bro.
Casper.
It's always tough to lose a friend. But in this case, our parting is their reunion. Antu's already wandered the world for way too long. But now that you're all fixed up, he could be at peace. His final wish was to be reunited with his bro, and he's done that. We should be happy for him, just like he celebrated your recovery. Thanks a ton, everyone. With your help, I've been able to do what my ancestor could not. Not only did we save this little Saurian from his torment, we also made a historic contribution to the study of phlogiston-related diseases. As a physician, I'm honestly feeling touched and overwhelmed.
Well said.
I think it's more
Then
of an
without
illness
further
than a
ado,
disease.
I hereby announce
Injury,
that the
rather, but
Bloomflower
whatever.
trials have come to a successful close. From my perspective, though, this competition had another meaning. Throughout the event, I didn't witness any arguments, scheming, or plotting for personal gain. All 6 tribes united to accomplish something truly remarkable. Even without the threat of the Abyss, we're still as close as family. We've surpassed those who came before us, and in the future, our people will surely grow more united still. So, in keeping with our traditions, it's time for a celebration. Let's make this a lively one, people.
Woohoo!
Huzzah! Finish with my barbecue.
As it happens, I picked a whole batch of fresh vegetables just yesterday. I'll go get them now.
Leave the meat to me.
And don't you dare skimp on it, Kanich.
I'll go gather the others. Many hands make light work. And besides, the best meals are always ones prepared together.
See you tonight, everyone.
Tell that to
Paimon's ready
Tell that
for
to
a feast
chefs.
and a half.
Best meals are prepared together. Chef like, no, get out of here. My kitchen, you leave.
Why me? Kapow!
Where's my spatula? Hands off my spatula!
Fancy a slice of volcano cake? I baked it myself.
That's a slice?
Ooh, in that case, Paimon'd be glad to oblige.
And Paimon's mouth unhinges and swallows the entire
So
cake.
Good. Paimon's tempted to eat the whole cake.
Go ahead. I made this specially for you guys.
For Paimon,
Sweet
she said,
cakes help
"Poor
people
Ron."
forget their worries. And I hope everyone could be happy every day.
You bounce back, that's good.
Yep, I'm feeling much better. I definitely was unsure about where my future lay for a while there. But reading through those old scrolls, I realized that the 6 tribes haven't always been so united. They used to argue a lot, and even got into big fights. I've never experienced anything like that. I can barely imagine such a harsh way of life. I love Natlan the way it is today, and I love spending time with my friends. As Uncle Pakal once told me, the harder something is to come by, the more we should treasure it. So, I've decided to always do my best to help, and make sure my friends are happy.
Hear that?
Most
You have to fail
importantly,
50-50
I
to
want
truly
us all to
treasure
stay
your character.
united, forever and ever. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm gonna do that, but I can start with what I'm good at, like baking delicious crackers and cakes to share with everyone.
Gina, you're good.
You know what? Paimon just had an idea. You could open a cake shop. That way Paimon will be able to enjoy your cakes even more often than she already does.
You really think so? I'll have to get Moalani to teach me how to run a shop then. Baking delicious desserts every day and making everyone smile. That does sound like a wonderful life. Thanks, guys. I think I might have found a new goal to work towards.
Now, I'd ask Varesa for some advice on how to get some good old cake. I'll be rooting for you.
By the way, Paimon hasn't seen Aoife or that cuckoo thesaurus yet. Any idea where they went?
Before the party, I heard he was planning on heading up that hill to pay respects to his ancestor. They're not back yet?
If he doesn't get back soon, all the best food's gonna be gone. Guess we've got no choice but to take the cake with us and go check on them.
Not before I talk to everyone else.
A toast to the successful conclusion of the Bloomflower trials. Cheers!
Cheers. Finally. A few days off.
Planning a vacation, are we?
Judging from my experience with the pilgrimage, things are pretty quiet for a few days after competitions. There usually isn't much trouble.
Yeah, competitions do take a lot out of everyone. We all need a good rest.
Cheers to that. And a long overdue break.
Yeah, I don't really care. You. Tell me
I've kept
things,
the extra
words,
sacred flame
please.
crystals for future use. Next time you need some, just come to me. Also, this is my first time acting in a play like this. I find I really enjoyed it. What did you think of my acting skills?
Room for improvement.
I'd have to agree with that. Seems like I still have a lot to learn. Is it something you're good at? Some tips would be nice if you find a suitable time for it.
Oh, there's Varesa. There she is.
I'm curious. How did you create that black mist?
It was just an illusion. If Granny had been the one doing it, she could have come up with something much more impressive.
All right, all right.
Yeah, she would have thrown
Stop
lightning
with
in
the
there, too.
flattery. Just an illusion? You're already good enough to fool me.
Oh, is that incident still in your mind? I didn't exactly have a choice back then.
Relax. I'm not here to dig up the past. I'm just saying you've got a real knack for illusions. And that's something to be proud of.
Thanks, Granny.
Now, hold on a second. Yeah, bro, I need you to... Might be the lighting, but... I think Eon-san might have a gold vision. All visions are usually bronze. Except, Auroron, who has a silver one. Kind of looks like Eon-san here has got gold. It'd just be poor lighting, though. If only she weren't standing right there in the shade.
Eat, the faster you'll recover.
Okay. Or... For anyone else? Oh.
I owe you an apology too. I've been too harsh on you.
Get in the box.
Wish I could have frozen that moment in time so you could just listen to yourself.
A few more drinks, and who knows? You might hear it again. In your dreams.
And it was on that day Howard completely fucking died.
Time to roll.
Yeah, it's casually run up a cliffside. No problem.
Let's ride.
Yo, Ancestor Man. Guess you're reunited with Antu already? I have a Kukasaur companion too, so I totally get how you must have felt. First time I saw this dude, he was out in the wild, being bullied by other saurians because of his unusual appearance. He'd been pecked all over the place, bleeding from head to toe. He barely made it. I gave him some meds, and from then on, he just stuck to me like glue. Even wound up becoming my assistant.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, don't mention it, dude. Being on the road with me as a vet was never gonna be an easy gig. One time when we were treating a sick Saurian, Kakuku got infected too. He ran a high fever, and I searched everywhere for ingredients and did everything I could for him. But despite giving it my all, he was right on the edge, man. And all I could do was keep praying. If he hadn't recovered, I know I'd have felt the same guilt you did. Luckily, he managed to pull through, and he even stayed by my side, helping me ever since. He's a solid assistant, no question. So yeah, Kakuku, I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Hey, don't mention it, dude.
Thinking, yeah, you.
Your medicine born of guilt? Don't sweat it. We'll keep improving it as we go. You have my word.
Also,
way,
thanks to the 600-year-old.
No one else will ever have to feel the same guilt that you did ever again.
Complete. Alright, unless Aoife has anything to say here, that'll probably be it for today's stream. Looks like he does in fact have a little extra to say.
Yo, bros. What brings you guys here?
Bringing our bros some cake, of course. Katrina made these herself, you know. They're incredible.
For real? In that case, I gotta...
Oh, wow. That's awesome, bro.
Well, it's bird food now.
Hey, save some for me.
Oh, so he also wants that cake. Understandable. Have a nice day. Alright. Guess I didn't really spend much present, did I? Oh well, after stream. That'll be it for today's stream. And like I said earlier, tomorrow, or Saturday, I'm not sure which, will probably be Mass Effect 2. More gunless insanity.
Add Astro.
And I will
you for
be
completing
either do the Legion mission or one of the DLCs. Don't know which. Go and join the Discord, link in the description. I got Genshin theories explaining everything you need to know about visions. Final parts, all that's needed to come out. Also down in the description. And that guy's looking at me funny. Doing a YouTube outro. Nothing's funny about that. Why is he scared? Doesn't he want? Not a fan of cake. Alright, I see how it is. But I'm definitely ready for when Aoife shows up. Got Varesa super damn quick. Had 99 wishes. 100 wishes, I guess, technically. But anyway. That'll do it for today, everybody. Remember one thing, would you? No matter who you are, where you are, or when you are, have a good one. Better out.